Are there any takeaways from the Duluth game?
Yeah, I guess real simple. We didn't play very well in the snow. Really, I'll edit my words, crappy conditions, and we didn't handle the elements as well as we could have. And so it was frustrating. We thought we had a good game plan, and I wish we could play them on normal surfaces and go back and play it. I think it might be a different outcome in terms of the score. And I'm not saying we'd beat them, but I think it'd be a different style of game. But facts to facts, we got to figure out a way to play in the elements, and I think we'll see that again this week. So hopefully we learn from it.
How do you help the team forget and just move on from last week?
That's pretty simple. I mean, in sports, in general life, you can't dwell upon the past. You got to learn from it and move on. And I think if you dwell in the past too long, you just miss the opportunities in front of you. So we talked about that. And then you got senior day too. We've played extremely well on our senior day here. We've been using that as a lot of motivation for our guys. Is that we got really 23 guys in the organization and 21 players that are playing on the Saturdays that are not injured or student coaches that have given a lot back over the last 5 years. So we got a lot to prove still coming against a really good St. Cloud team.
What have you seen from St. Cloud State?
Just a different team than last year. They're going to try to run the ball. They're going to try to control the clock. They're well coached, and that's kind of a thing that I've really noticed. I think they've just said, hey, here's our identity. This is what we're going to do. And they've done it really well. Been in a lot of close games, and in terms of winning games that maybe last year they didn't get the wins. And so their young players have really developed. They got young guys at key positions. Their quarterback is a good player. They got a young receiving core. They got some young guys on the O-line, and they're very aggressive, well coached on defense. So we'll have our work cut out. But they're a good football team. Their 6-3 record is a pretty good indication of that.
With senior day this weekend, just how big a moment is that? Just getting your last home game of the season.
This group is a pretty special group to me because just there's so many guys on defense that I've recruited, and I started looking at that list of guys over the years. I mean, a lot of those guys are my recruits personally, like my recruiting area guys, and so not saying other coaches certainly haven't brought in talent, but that talent probably seemingly ended up in my position group. So like what Coach Yonner brought in, we get some guys that I got to work with in the front seven. So just there's a lot of guys. We got 5 linebackers. There's a couple D linemen, and certainly the O-line, D-line guys, receivers. It's they've done a lot for the program. And you turn back time and you look back when they made the commitment. We were 3-8, and that group of seniors that graduated last year and this year, they're like no, and they were extremely young. They're freshmen. Stayed up here all summer and worked extremely hard to get this thing pointed back in the right direction. And we've won bowl games, we've won championships, and been pretty remarkable turnaround since 3-4 years ago.
It's the final home game of the season. How important is it for you to end with a win at home?
Yeah, we really have played fairly well at home. If you take away the snow game, the blizzard game against Duluth. So I expect our kids to bounce back. We've played well here for the last, and we've always played well here at the Chet. So we certainly want that, and I kind of want some redemption. I hope it rains and snows, so I think we need to go out and do that and get after it. So I'm sure the offensive guys don't want that to happen, but we just need to go out and have that psychological part where St. Cloud didn't play on Thursday night. They had a nice day down there last weekend when they played Northern State. So at least we've been in it, I guess, before. So, but I would expect our guys playing with a lot of emotion. I think that's a big part of senior day, harness that, and part of point in the right direction, and hopefully they feed off that.
What do you think are your chances of possibly going back to the Narrow Water Bowl at this point?
I don't know. It would take a lot of things to occur probably for us to make the postseason, to a bowl game, whatever. I really haven't looked at it because I know it's not even going to be in the realm of a conversation or a possibility if we don't win this week. So, yeah, it would be great if we're in the conversation. I'll worry about it after this week. But we certainly talked about it as players, and coaching staff with our players is going, hey, that's still out there. But I don't know the tiebreakers. I haven't talked to the bowl committee or anything like that, but I'm sure those conversations will happen depending on who makes the national playoffs.
What's been the message to the team to bounce back and finish strong?
I think for us is just that, is you got to turn the page and move forward. I've been around this long enough, and I've been taught from a young age is that you're going to screw up, you're going to have mistakes, you're going to lose football games, however you want to look at it. It just can't affect your next one. It's kind of like the same thing like baseball. I talk to my kid all the time. Is like, hey, you can strike out 3 times in a row, and then you hit 2 home runs, and you're batting 400. And so you got to put those bad innings, bad bats, bad games to the wayside and move forward, or just miss out on things. And so you got to be able to do that. So that's been the overwhelming message for the guys and throughout the week.
Are there any takeaways from the Duluth game?
I think we just got to execute better on offense. That's the bottom line. I know the weather wasn't in our favor, but at the end of the day, we have to be able to execute in any condition.
So with this weekend being senior day, how do you hope to use this as an opportunity to cap off your career at home?
Yeah, it's really a special moment here. If we can get a win in our last game of the Chat, I think it'd mean a lot to the seniors and Coach Bolte and our fans and stuff. So we're just trying to enjoy the moment and bring a W home.
What have you seen out of St. Cloud State that is preparing you for this upcoming game?
They're a physical team. We know that they've been historically a good team, but at the end of the day, I think as long as we execute better than Thursday, we should be fine and stick to our game plan.
With the conditions last week and with the weather, just how difficult was it dealing with that?
Yeah, it was tough. When the wind's blowing in your face and it's 20 degrees out there, it kind of eliminates the passing game a little bit. But we should have executed better at the end of the day. So.
All right, and with it being the final game of the season, what's the game plan to win your last home game at Chet, and how important is it to win this last game?
Yeah. Well, I think it's important to get off to a hot start. First of all, we gotta come out firing in the first half, and whether it's going to be snowing or not doesn't matter. We just gotta, like I said, get a win the last home game. So.
Are there any takeaways from the Duluth game?
The Duluth game last Thursday, it was cold. So we got to be better prepared for the weather. Practice outside every day, that'll help us do that. But a lot of takeaways. We need to learn how to play in that kind of weather. We can't feel sorry for ourselves. And we got to do what Duluth did, and they just blocked the cold out and played good football.
Possibly similar conditions for this Saturday's game. How are you hoping to prepare for that this week?
I just ordered some waterproof socks. They're coming in. Got to protect the toes and probably wear some sleeves this time.
What have you seen from St. Cloud State that is, affecting your game plan?
So last year we pumped them pretty good, but they've been playing good football this year. And we have the same record. We can't sit there and act like we're the big dogs. We got to go earn some games too. But downhill run game, which will suit this weather for them. And they're a tough football team. They play really, really hard. And looking forward to it.
With this being your last home game of the season, how are you hoping to finish the home season on a high note?
Oh yeah. Hopefully they get the ball in there and our defense can get some more picks. So we can keep leading the country in that sort of stat category. But if they don't, we're really looking to shut these guys out and make a statement saying, this year didn't go like we wanted it to, but we want to show that we're still a very good football team and show what we got looking forward to next year and maybe postseason still hoping.
And what's been the message from the team to bounce back and finish strong?
It's over. There ain't nothing we can do about it now. I'm talking about with postseason, that's out of our hands. Postseason, we can't do nothing about that. We can just go win these next two games, and it sucks to do because we know where the season stands. Nothing's in our hands. It's not one of those things where, okay, we went out and then we got something, but nothing's guaranteed. So, just win.